Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT, where we spend 15 minutes helping you create a daily movement habit. Today, we're going to focus on hips and spine. This is going to be a very active one with a lot of new exercises, but we're going to start off in our hip car position, warming up those hips. Hands clasped together, starting off by pulling our knee to our chest, opening up into abduction, pointing that knee towards the ceiling. Internally rotating, going nice and slow, rotating that ankle behind the knee, pressing that knee back into extension, returning to midline. Knees together, and we'll reverse with extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and again, flexion, opening up into abduction, rotating that ankle behind the knee in internal rotation, pressing as far back as you can into extension, squeeze the glute, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, point that knee to the ceiling, externally rotating, pulling that knee to the shoulder, returning to midline, knees together, and one more time here, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, pressing back, squeezing the glute, returning to midline, knees together, and reverse. Extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. The reason why we do our cars in every mobility class is it is the best way to maintain joint function and improve tissue health. It is something that you should be doing on a daily basis. Here we go, starting with flexion, abduction, point that knee to the ceiling, internally rotating. If there is one thing that I could give you for the rest of your life, it is your cars. It will ensure that your joints are functioning properly and you can move well and pain-free for the rest of your life. If we take our joint through its range of motion every day, we'll never lose it. Abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse with extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and one more time. Flexion, abduction. Get as much range as possible here. Internally rotating, pressing that knee back into extension. Return to midline, knees together. And reverse, squeeze that glute. Point the knee to the ceiling. Point the knee to the shoulder. Pull the knee to the shoulder. Return to midline, knees together. Okay, next, we are going to go into a squat position. For some of you, I've got tight hips. You'll see that I can't get into a full squat. So from here, you're going to have one heel off the ground and one planted. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep our chest high and we're going to rotate back and forth. And we're going to do 10 total reps. We're going to do this nice and slow. I want you to really try to extend the spine and keep that chest high. We're going to really work on that joint capsule. You might feel a little bit in your hamstring and your glute as well. So from this position, slowly rotating to the other side, planting the other heel, pulling the other one off the ground. That's 1. Coming back nice and slow. 2, keeping that chest high. 3, 4. Good, chest high. 5, 6. Good, nice and slow. Feel that stretch as you transfer your weight. 7, 8, we got 2 more here. 9, and last one, 10. Excellent. We'll stand up. Let the blood flow back into those hips. Next, we're going to work on adduction. We're going to lie down on our sides. This is one we've only done in a few classes. You can either go from this position or on your elbow. Your elbow is probably going to be easier for this. Bottom leg is going to be straight, top leg over top. And all we're going to do is lift up with a straight leg. We don't have a lot of range in adduction, so it's going to be a simple movement. You're really going to feel the inside of your thighs working hard here. Okay, point that toe, leg straight, come up. That's 1. We're going to do 6. Pause at the top. 3, up, 4, 5, and 1 more, up, 6. Flipping over to the other side. So come down on my elbow here. Here we go. 1, 2. You'll notice one side probably feels tougher than the other. This is 4, 5, and 6. Excellent. We're going to keep going with the hips. Going into push-up position. Let's actually go in quadruped. So you're going to start off like this. You're going to bring your leg up. Then we're going to straighten the back leg, extend the spine, and come down. We'll do all 5 on one side, and then we'll do the other. So from this position, plant the foot beside the hand, straighten that back leg, look up, feel the stretch, knee down, coming back. That's 1. Looking up. 2. Straighten that back leg, look up, squeeze the glute. 3. Straighten the leg, look up. 1. Straighten the leg, look up, and back down. I'm going to flip over to the other side. Okay, from here, planting the foot beside the hand, straighten that back leg, look up, squeeze the glute. Good. Knee down. Again. This is 2. Good. Planting that foot, straighten the back leg, look up, squeeze the glute, pause, back down. Straighten the back leg, look up, squeeze the glute, back down. 2 more here. Looking up, extend that spine, down. 1 more time here. Good. Okay, we're going to move on to some spine work. We're going to stand up. We're going to do standing extensions. Feet about hip width apart. Hands are going to be out to the side. We're going to take in a deep breath and lead back with our chin. Be very cautious with this one. If you hold your breath too much, it can stop blood flow to the head and you can feel like you're going to pass out. So just feel out the first few. Don't go all the way back. I want you to pick a spot on the ceiling when you look back or the back wall. Pick a spot, and every time I want you to look a little bit further. It's going to be hard for me to talk during this, so when I say take a deep breath, go back, I'm not going to talk again until we come back up. Okay, deep breath in, lead back with the chin, pause, and back up. That's 1. We're going to do 5. Deep breath in. And up. That's 2. Again, looking further back every time. That's 3. Again. And up. So that's 4. 1 more time. Deep breath in, looking back. And 5. Excellent. We're going to go back down into our squat position. When you line up this, you can go about shoulder width apart with your feet, then come down. And again, we're going to plant one heel first and switch sides. We're going to do 10 reps. Here we go. Slowly rotating, feel that stretch. Open up those hips. Sink those glutes down. This is 2, 3. Nice and slow. Feel the stretch. 4. If you don't feel a stretch, you can make your feet a little bit wider. 5. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Excellent. Next, we're going to come down onto our side again. For this one, what I want you to do is we're going to plant one hand. We're going to take in a deep breath. And we're going to push up and stretch out our lateral thoracic area. So we're going to stretch the obliques and the intercostals, the muscles between the rib cage. So bottom leg is straight. It is pointed. You can walk it back if you want to feel more of a stretch. From here, we're going to come down like this. We're going to take in a deep breath and come up and push away from the ground, trying to open this up. You can even pull your head away and down. So that's 1. Up. 2. Deep breath in. 3. Deep breath in. 4. And 1 more. 5. We'll flip over to the other side. One of your goals is to keep your hip on the ground as we do this. Again, we're pushing away and really trying to stretch this out. You can also push down into your leg. So like you're pushing your leg into the floor. Here we go. Deep breath in. Rotating up. And you'll notice one side is tighter than the other. So again, to feel more of a stretch, push down into your leg. That's 2. Again. That's 3. 4. Last one. And 5. Okay, and then we're going to finish off with cat-cow spine segmentation. Again, we've tried to open up extension, so we're going to try to use that extension. We're just going to do 2 reps up and down. So quadruped position, hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. And starting with the pelvis, we're going to rotate it anteriorly, putting our lumbar spine in extension. And we're going to travel up the spine here, pushing that belly down, pushing that rib cage down, pulling that chest up, pulling the head up, looking up as high as you can. Deep breath in, exhale, and reverse. Tucking the chin, tucking the head, coming up in the upper back, pushing away from the ground, tucking your rib cage, pulling your belly in, and tucking your tail between your legs. That's full flexion, and we'll reverse. Just the hips, rotating them anteriorly, pushing that belly into the floor, pushing your rib cage into the floor, pulling that chest up, pulling the head up, looking up as high as you can. Deep breath in, exhale, and reverse. Tucking the chin, tucking the head, coming up through the upper back, pulling that rib cage in, pulling your belly in, and tucking your tail between your legs. Excellent. That is another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT. Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed the class, please give it a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section. Everything helps the channel. Again, we post classes every day at 5:30 a.m. You can watch it at any time. All you have to do is click the link and follow along. Please share the link with family, with friends, anybody that needs help creating a daily movement habit, and I will see you tomorrow morning.